Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Long time no see, of course, as this is the first video I've made in about 3 months. Just wasn't able to make a lot of videos over the summer due to my internship. I just was busy and I wanted to concentrate on furthering my career before my last semester of college, so I hope you guys understand. To those viewers who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. To those of you who are new, I hope you stick around. So just kind of to update you guys on what's going on, I did use the time to update a little bit about my channel, namely just my production quality. As you can see, some of these old videos, the production wasn't very good, so I have decided to kind of change the format of how I would do these videos. I will be doing only screen recordings for the time being, just to cut down some of the time needed for editing and other things. So I'll just kind of do weekly updates on my portfolio, just kind of show you guys what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so that will kind of stay the same. But yeah, I hope everything will be just a little bit better than it was before. YouTube, of course, is a learning curve just like everything else, so hope now that I'm a little bit experienced, hopefully I will do a little bit better for you guys. So if you guys do enjoy the content, of course, please like this video and subscribe. So just to stay up to date on all of my latest content, I expect I'll be trying to make videos once or twice a week. This dividend portfolio update, as well as a growth investing challenge. So I'll kind of show my growth portfolio and trying to make more aggressive moves. So just kind of keep you guys updated with that. So of course, this is my channel, so if you guys are new, this is where you're going to want to stay. So be sure to check that out and check out some of my old videos if you would like. So just to get over here to the portfolio, as you can see today, it is worth $30,186.27. I've actually been on M1 Finance since July 2nd of 2020, so still down in the lulls of the COVID crash, but I think I've done pretty well since then. This 45.5% return really isn't accurate, since that is a money-weighted return. So this is not like what you would see on Robinhood or any other brokerage, which is more of an unrealized gain return. But I still have gained about $7,800, $740 of which is earned dividends. So if you guys have any questions about exactly what my investing strategy is, I would definitely consider myself to be primarily a dividend investor, focused on acquiring quality blue chip companies that I can depend on for passive dividend payments. So to flip over here to my holdings, a lot of these are the same since maybe you guys last watched my videos, but I do have a couple of new ones and I did sell off a couple of old ones. Namely, I no longer own any shares of AT&T across any of my portfolios after their news of merging with Discover and cutting their dividend up to 50%. I just wasn't as interested in AT&T, so I did opt to put that money into Raytheon. Raytheon hasn't really done much since I've done that move, but I do believe in it long term that it will be a quality company and will compete in the aerospace and defense industry. Another stock that I have bought recently is Visa. I actually just recently sold off ExxonMobil. I've had some concerns about the future of the energy industry for a while, especially when it comes to fossil fuels, so I thought now was a good time to take my profits on Exxon and put them into a stock like Visa, which I really like, especially for the long term. I am down just a hair on this position, but Visa, of course, is one of the top companies in the world, and I think will be for the considerable future. The other new addition to the portfolio is Vici Properties, which is a Las Vegas real estate trust. If any of you guys watch Joseph Carlson, he has produced a lot of good videos about Vici and the bull case for it. Vici is a holding that I do plan to beef up substantially. I do want it to be a good solid portion of my dividend portfolio. It does pay a hefty dividend, and after their merger with MGM Growth Properties, I think this is a really good long-term play, especially if we can get back to some sense of normalcy post-pandemic. So just like any portfolio, there's some stocks in here that I really do have high conviction in for probably the remainder of my lifetime. There's some that I don't like as much moving forward, and I probably won't be adding to for a while. Just some companies such as Pfizer, even though it's been doing well recently, not a huge conviction in Pfizer. Coca-Cola is another one. And then I would also have to put Verizon and IBM also on that list of stocks that I'm probably not going to, sell off any of my position just yet. But I don't plan to add to these positions for at least a while. So all of these, of course, are not dividend payers. Disney has suspended their dividend. AMD is also not a dividend payer. And then some of these have really, really small dividends, such as Microsoft. Visa is another. But I am trying to gear these towards dividend growth because many of these stocks have had double-digit increases in their dividends for consecutive years. So I'm not going to really use this income at 21. I'm just going to reinvest it all and let it compound over the next 30 to 40 years. So that's just kind of a little bit about my strategy. Of course, again, not all of these are dividend payers, so it's not strictly just a dividend play. But a company, especially like Disney, I expect will bring back their dividend at some point. Although it was small, I do, appreciate any type of passive income I can generate. So in case you guys are wondering exactly how much I make in dividends each year, what my yield is, just kind of stuff like that, this is where I really track my investments here on Google Sheets. This was built completely by me, so obviously there's a lot to look at here, just a lot of data. But I've tried to simplify it to where it's a pretty simple view of everything that I own. So this is my long-term portfolio. As you can see, I have tabs for my total holdings on M1 Finance, as well as my Roth IRA and my growth portfolio. This is a dividend calendar I'll show you here in a second, as well as a dividend log. So here is my annual dividend by company. So for example, I'm earning $7.13 a year just by owning Apple stock. Realty Income is my largest payer just by a few cents over IBM. So Realty Income, of course, guys, if you follow the stock market at all, you'll know that it is a monthly paying dividend stock. They market themselves as that. That's a big deal to them. And they are my largest income payer at about $5 a month. So not a huge sum, but I'm still trying to build that out. As of right now, the yield on this portfolio is about 2.15%, but my yield on cost is actually a pretty good 2.73% because I bought a lot of these cheap at the height of the COVID crash, especially a company like Discover. Discover's done exceedingly well for me over the last year and a half. I bought it with a yield of cost on 5.3% and is now down to 1.53 like actual yield. So really, really pleased with that, and that's really a key number to keep an eye on, just to see how things move post buying it, as well as when dividends are increased and stuff. So all that will continue to go up. So to go over here to the dividend calendar, this is all the total dividends I'll be receiving between my dividend portfolio and my Roth IRA. So this kind of shows breakdowns by month. Also it has a breakdown of totals, so $768.19 per year between the two of them, all the way down to dividends per hour, which is about 9 cents. So as we approach the month of September, that'll be a high-paying month for us. We'll have several dividends to report on, which I can then add to my dividend log, which will add up totals by month, by portfolio. So it just kind of all works hand in hand to really track my portfolio accurately and kind of get an idea of my weaknesses as well as my strengths. So just to go back to the M1 Finance portfolio, if you guys aren't aware, I do contribute to this portfolio once every 2 weeks, or if I do see a buying opportunity, if there's a major dip in one of my high conviction stocks. Just to show you a little bit of my activity recently, I most recently put about $300 in last week. I saw an opportunity to buy some more Vici, as well as some Visa, FedEx, and Raytheon. So I'm down on all 4 of these positions, so I just wanted to kind of dollar cost average my way into these just to get a little bit better position. So other than that, guys, not really a ton to report on this week. Next week will be a deposit week, so we'll see what I do with that. Also, after my internship, I am sitting on a little bit of cash that I would like to invest. I haven't really decided what exactly I'll be doing with that, so if you guys have any recommendations of stocks you guys are looking at, I'll be all ears. So go ahead and comment some of your favorite stocks down in the comment section. I love to hear your guys' feedback. So, in fact, I'll probably interact with any comments made. So, be sure to do that, as well as drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. And I hope to see you guys again next week.